The gridirons around Mishawaka. This is 16 Sports Extra, brought to you by Monteith's Best One Tire and Auto Care.
Welcome into 16 Sports Extra. I'm Jack Sneal. That's Sabrina Hoover. We're into the middle of September, and that means conference play is in full swing here in Indiana.
I cannot believe that. That includes rivalries with one of the area's biggest tonight as South Bend St. Joseph hosted Marian in the Holy War. Let's jump right into it. Right before half, St. Joe led this game 15-0, looking to put 3 more points on the board, but that field goal is no good. Now the Knights looking to get something going offensively. Lucas Morrow looking for Terrell Lane. Ball deflects right off his fingertips into the hands of Jack Keegan, and St. Joe has the ball again. So guess what? Huskies get another chance to add 3 points to the board before half. Again, the kick is no good. So here we are heading into the half with the score still 15-0 Huskies. Now here in the third, Marian in desperate need of some points on 4th down. Mar hands off to Terrence Lane. Nowhere to go. Huge stop for the St. Joe defense. This defense was on fire tonight, by the way. Fast forward to the 4th quarter. The Huskies looking to extend the lead. Franco Biffle into the end zone for 6. St. Joe now leads at 22-0. And I brought up this defense earlier. Here they go again, guys. St. Joe flying all over the field tonight as safety for the Huskies to now make it 24-0. How about this score? In the Holy War, it's St. Joe who defeats Marian 31-0, a huge shutout win, and Huskies remain undefeated.
You know, I got to give our defensive coaching staff quite a bit of credit. It's very rare that they don't deliver, schematically, mentality-wise. The coaches have a blast coaching together. So not only are they great coaches, they have fun together, they have great relationships with the players. So it's a great situation out there for all the young football players out in South Bend. We got a fun defensive coaching staff. If you love flying around and doing crazy things, come on over.
And look at that celebration right there. Impressive win and huge for the Northern Indiana Conference standings.
Ben Downey, come on over if you're a good coach. All right, now let's go over to the Northern Lakes Conference. Concord played Northridge as each team was trying to bounce back after a loss last week. This game over at Mishawaka, since Concord's field is under construction this season. First quarter, no score yet, but the Minutemen, they're driving. Bo Brunner rolls out and throws to Derek Gomez in the flat, picks up a chunk of yards before a horse collar tackle. He was all right. After the penalty, Concord on the doorstep. That sets up Brunner. He's rolling out again, but this time keeping it himself, diving for the score. Concord on the board first, 7-0 lead. Northridge's turn. They're running the football. Sabrina, you know what my favorite stat is?
What is that?
Yeah, yards after contact. Parker Jones, a physical run. But later in the drive, the Raiders turn the football over. Fumble. Concord recovers. Now to the second quarter, and the Minutemen's offense, they're still rolling. Reese Brevard to the outside. Yeah, just walk that football in. Concord holds on for the 21-14 win. So we've done a game from the NIC and now a game from the NLC, but both of those conferences had a ton of other huge matchups tonight. Sabrina, which one should we continue with?
Let's see, Jackson. Let's go back to the NIC and to another game right here in South Bend. Washington hosting Penn at School Field. Well, Penn trying to add on to their first 3-0 start since 2016, and the Kingsmen get on the board here early. Landon Hall connects with Colton Hernandez, and look out because, yeah, he can do just that. He's juking out everybody right there. He's into the end zone for 6 to start this game out with quite the statement. Penn again looking to extend the lead. Hall to Jeremiah Mitchell. Just a walk-in touchdown right there. The Kingsmen are heating up now, extending the lead to 14-0. Back on offense, but on the ground now, Chase McWheat is into the end zone to now give them a 3-score lead. Penn did quite a lot offensively, so much so they put up 62 points. The final here, 62-0, another shutout win. The Kingsmen continue their undefeated streak.
Now let's go out to New Prairie. Cougars were hosting South Bend Adams tonight. Almost at half right now. Big 4th down for the Eagles. They're trying to convert right here. The Cougars defense, though, led by Lincoln Gerard. They get the stop. New Prairie takes over on downs, and your defense is pretty hyped after that. Ensuing drive, quarterback Reed Robinson is making things happen with his feet. Follows his blockers to the outside. It's so hard to tackle him. I can't even count how many tackles he breaks. Big pickup, but the drive stalls out. All right, second half now. Adams, they have their offense going. Hand off to Carson Bryce. Finds a hole, goes right through it to the outside. Eventually pushed out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. That sets up his teammate Amani McKeel, able to bulldoze his way into the end zone. Adams wins what turned out to be a shootout, 35-34.
Big win right there. Back to the Northern Lakes Conference, Goshen at Plymouth. Redhawks, well, they're throwing the ball downfield right at the goal line. Spencer Elliott goes up, makes a spectacular catch. That sets his offense up on the doorstep. They line up for the sneak, and Douglas Diaz drives into the end zone. Goshen with the touchdown on the short run. Really big play right there. Plymouth's turn. The Rockies are airing out too. Ben Shively looks to the far side. He finds Graydon Metzger. Touchdown. touchdown Plymouth, and they just don't stop scoring here. Now on defense, Dominic Vasquez was the first one there. His teammates help him finish the job. That's 2 points for a safety. And back on offense, Plymouth is running Shively, taking it himself, following his blockers and looking for a hole, finds one and breaks free all the way for a score. Touchdown Rockies, they win big here, 44-7.
All right, staying in the NLC now, where Northwood welcomed Mishawaka tonight. We've had too much offense tonight because early on, Cavemen were trying to establish the run, but this Northwood defense, they were not having it. There's a stop for little to no gain. Now another run. Another similar result. This Panthers defense is tough, and just how about one more for good measure there, Sabrina. Northwood able to stay disciplined against this triple option attack. But the key with establishing the run, you don't give up, because eventually this happens. Landon Snyder finds a gap.
Is that a shocker?
It isn't at this point. He's off to the races. No one catches him. Touchdown, Cavemen. They end up winning 26-25. A last-second field goal, the difference right there. And with that, we wrap up our first half of 16 Sports Extra. But yeah, don't go anywhere just yet.
Yeah, coming up in the second half, more highlights and a recap of all the local scores. But first, here's your lottery numbers. Good luck.